Hello and welcome to Flippin' Through the Internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. But today we're doing, hold on, how's my volume? I feel like I cannot be heard. I hope my audio isn't garbage right now. Seems to be working okay. Anyway, hey, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's not going to be much of a Mad Magazine channel, though there is some mad news breaking just not that long ago that I wanted to talk about. So there's 5 people viewing right now. That's pretty exciting. If you could, please hit like, hit subscribe, and I think that's about it. That's all I need you to do. Hit like and subscribe. That's all. Maybe leave a comment in the chat. Let me know that you are here. Oh shit. It's loud. Uh-oh. Is this stream happening? Here, I'm so confused. Are you effing with me right now? Now I'm gonna have to pull this up. Oh, my man Demir is here. Hey man. I got to figure out when I'm doing level 3 of the what do you call it? Spy versus spy. Here, hold on. Now I'm going to my channel. Because this is confusing me. Hold on one moment. Yeah, I'm happening. Sound is a little better. I came in pretty hot. All right, well, hopefully it's fixed now. Yeah, I come in hot sometimes. Anyway, there's some mad news. But before I get into that, I owe a hearty thank you. I owe a hearty thank you to Ed Meisinger, Doug Guilford, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead-Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Kyle Bridget. They are people who support me on Patreon. And I really first off, I'm shocked. And second off, I really do appreciate it. I hope I can continue to earn your support. And that is, aside from hitting thumbs up, aside from hitting subscribe, one of the things you could do is support me on Patreon. If you want to know how to get there, well, you could go to flippinthrough.com. Flippinthrough.com is where you can find all sorts of, I was going to say cool, but it's not that cool. It's just a bunch of links to things. So my Patreon is there. If you join my Patreon, you get some of these beautiful stickers, some of these oh so beautiful stickers. You can see them in action right here, the Potter ZB system of weights and measures, Potter ZB flipping through. And then this is a transparent sticker that you can use to deface bathroom walls. Max Korn was here. Anyway, if you support me on Patreon, you get one of those. If you're like, I just don't want to support you on Patreon, you can buy one of these if you go to my Etsy store, which you can also find on flippinthrough.com. With that, that's all the plugs right now that I have to plug for myself. But like I said, there is a oh wait, no, I want to do this first actually. I got something in the mail today. And it's from Andrew Goldfarb. If you don't know who Andrew Goldfarb is the founder of Freaky magazine, which I refer to as the spiritual successor of Mad magazine. I've become a little bit pessimistic about the future of Mad, but I hope that I'm not. I hope that I'm wrong. That's what I hope. But anyway, I got this in the mail today, and it's really light. It's not the newest issue of Freaky, but I think I do know what it is because I did see Dalton Vaughn's post, and it feels like what Dalton Vaughn was showing off on his Instagram. Yeah, that's what it is. So we have I read Freaky magazine. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Oh, where am I going to put this? Oh, this is going to go right here for now. I'll have to be careful because I also use this area. I was looking, not like that wasn't enough. in case Andrew Goldfarb watches this. In case there's a note, I don't know. That is pretty awesome. I love this. I absolutely love this. Let's say hi to some people. We got Sketchyworks is here. Hello, Sketchyworks. How do you do? We got Kyle Bridget also in the audience. Enrico Sanchez, 21 hours ago, he stopped by just to say hello. And Demir, if you're not familiar with Demir is holding my hand through my Spy versus Spy Xbox playthrough, and I truly could not do it without him. But here, I want to show off. If you are unfamiliar with Freaky Magazine, here's the button. This is the Patreon. Patreon.com/Freaky Magazine. And here, maybe I'll do this. I'll just drop this in the chat. Check it out. Freaky.com /Freaky Magazine. And it's a wonderful, wonderful magazine. He's done these posts. These are like unlocked posts. I think anybody who goes to this would be able to check it out. But these are like, it's like Paul Coker illustrated the horrifying cliches. And he did it in a previous issue, which are like the initialisms of text speak. So what is that like? WCGW, what could go wrong? And then there's FOMO. FOMO, of course. I have FOMO. I think that's probably why most people are here, FOMO. So check it out. There's like, you can support them at, I don't know, because I'm already, my current tier, I'm doing $25. $25 gets you the magazine and a piece of original art. Ooh, I hope I get one of those, what do you call it? Those creatures that he's done. Like FOMO. Oh, I love FOMO. And then $7 gets you the magazine. You only get charged when the magazine comes out. So I've been a supporter at that level for months, but I've not paid a cent. So if you're nervous about that, it's just per magazine. Anyway, one other plug before I get started, and I apologize. I'm up to 9 people. Holy smokes. Oh, not that one. Little Cozy Nostril, friend of the show, Kyle Bridget, he's been doing live streams on his channel 3 days a week. Do you know how much work that is to live stream 3 days a week? It's not that much, but he's also like a professional artist, so it's like added to his regular work. But he's doing these live streams 3 days a week. You listen to tunes and draw cartoons, and it's it's a little bit of a lazy line. I'm like a little lazy rhyme, I should say, because you're rhyming tunes with tunes. But it's really cool. He's coming out with Caleb the Last Gamer, and so you get to watch him kind of talk about this, do some character development, doing like turnarounds of the characters for the comic that he's coming up with, and also just him doodling. There's also a live doodle that everybody who's watching can just click on a link and you can add to the doodle. So it's pretty fun. And I would say go check him out now. Don't just check him out. Hit subscribe. You'll like it. All right. There's that in the chat. Anyway, we have oops. What the hell am I trying to do? Today's a cracked day. And so I have this. I was going to say a massive stack of cracked, but that's not true. Casey Ori, I missed that. Sorry, I apologize. Is that a velvet jumpsuit? No, I don't think it is velvet, but it is a tracksuit, full-on tracksuit, matching pants. But here, can I turn around? It's also embroidered. You guys see that with the USA? All right. So yes, I think, maybe I am bringing out my inner Costanza a little bit. I get a lot of Run DMC jokes at work, but nobody's showing that respect of calling me Costanza. I appreciate that. Thanks for the shine, whoever you are. So we're gonna flip through some Cracked magazines, and I have like, decent collection. No, I have like here we go. Exactly, man, a true patriot. So these are Cracked magazine is something that I read when I was a kid, and these were the issues that I read as a kid, but I was not that into it. I was into Mad Magazine, hence this show. And so these ended up being a gag gift between me and my Uncle Mo, or my Uncle Mo and I guess I should say. And we would pass them back and forth. It would be like his birthday, and I would give him this box. He would open up, it'd be cracked, and then he would give it back to me at Christmas, and then I forgot to give him back. And at this point, I think I'll just keep him. I hope he isn't offended. But anyway, I did pick out a few, and I picked them out for a reason. I don't know. A lot of famous and very talented artists worked for Cracked magazine, but these issues have work by Daniel Clowes. I think there's one Ugly Family, and then a few other things that he had done along the around the same time. Do you have the Cracked issue where Dukes of Hazzard meets Knight Rider? James Tamburo, hey, thanks for stopping by, man. No, well, maybe, I don't know. I have very few Cracked magazines, unfortunately. Maybe when I complete my Mad collection, I'll start collecting Crackeds, but I don't know if I have that one, to be honest. These are not from the 80s. Yeah, some of them are from the 80s. Like these ones that I pulled, these are all 80s ones. The earliest one I have is like 1985. So they're, I mean, not new, but I guess in the time span of Cracked magazine, they are towards the end of its life. I do have one from the year 2000, which has to, I mean, how long did it go on for? It couldn't be that long, right? Now, this is one, though. This is sort of a sequitur to another little piece of Mad news that I have. Where's my cursor? There we go. I was more of a Mad magazine fan. Me too. Absolutely. That's like the entirety of my collection is Mad. Not, I don't really collect any other humor magazines, though I've had several recommended to me, and I do want to check them out. I just haven't gotten around to it. So before I go further, I tweeted out looking for a lawyer to read something Mad related and sort of help explain it to me. And so here, this is a Don Martin cover. Don Martin, obviously being like one of the more famous artists in the Mad magazine stable. But here he is working for the hated Cracked magazine, the enemy Cracked magazine. And why is that? I don't know. There's beef. I know that there was like some level of beef about perhaps like ownership of art, but this newest thing right here, I have notifications for different Mad related things. And if you guys know any lawyers who could just help me understand this, Norma Martin went to the 11th Circuit Appellate Court, and she's suing EC Publications and DC Comics and Warner Brothers. And the reason being is that they owe her money for a number of things. I think there's like this book, Don Martin, 3 decades of his greatest work, 3 spoof magazines, Mad Spoof Sci-Fi, Mad Spoofs the 80s, and Mad Stocking Stuffer, that sort of perennial that shows up on the Target shelves. And then 2 Mad websites, Funny Bone Friday Department and What's Your Don Martin Sound Effect Name. And so basically this was something that was settled, and her and her lawyer doesn't think it was settled sufficiently. Basically, what I understand of this, and I am not a lawyer. Surprise, surprise. My understanding is that basically the lawyers are like, nah, the judge needs to rule a little bit more specifically. So I don't know. That's kind of interesting. DC Comics has a really bad history with just screwing over artists really badly. And writers, Bill Finger, the Superman fellas. Yeah, so that is that. I'm going to check, before I start going through some of these, I wanted to check back in with the chat. Last one I saw on the newsstands was around 2006. And then crack ended in 2007. That's like, I don't know. I'm surprised that it I would not have guessed that. I think I do need to start collecting Cracked magazine. Did Mad Magazine end? It's my favorite question. No. Mad Magazine is still publishing magazines. They are no longer publishing new work. With the new issues, the past 3 issues have been like farewell issues. There was a Al Jaffe farewell, a who's the other guy they said farewell to? Sergio Aragones farewell, and then there was a Peter Cooper Spy versus Spy farewell, and now I think it's going to be either farewell issues, theme issues, or just whatever they feel like issues. The only thing that's going to be new are the frankly awesome Johnny Sampson fold-ins. So they're still doing it, but it's subscription only. Don Martin lost millions in royalties because of Mad, so he jumped onto Cracked. Yes. So I think this is his widow saying, make it right. Who remembers 6 in Crazy Magazine? Yeah, that's the other one that I need to check out. Those 2 in particular, I've heard good things about. Read an interview with Clowes. He mentioned that when Martin came to Cracked, he was a class act. If he had any, he never showed any awareness of Crack's reviled status. He was happy to be there. Yeah, the hated Cracked magazine. But I guess that's like, yeah, I mean, like you would sort of expect that, right? Like you think like, well, that's nice that he wasn't like, I'm slumming it. But then again, like, where else is he going to go, right? I don't want to, I mean, that sounds like really harsh on his part, but if you get a job anywhere, people don't really want to be around you if you're like, oh, this shithole. Crack continues as a website and a YouTube channel, but it's completely different. Yeah, it's like unrelated. I think somebody must have just bought the name or something. I don't know. All right, so here, oh damn. Look at them stickers. That's nice. Anyway, if only there was a place where you could get those. So this is, I think, I'm fairly sure that this is my oldest issue. What do we got? Anne. It's like Anne or Aaron Lakin is a cover artist. And then there's, I remember this issue as a kid. And as you can see, like, I don't know, I famously don't fold in the fold-ins. And as you can see, I did not cut this out because I have respect for the magazine. All right. Yeah, see? And it's still there because I'm not some psycho that goes around cutting up their magazines and stuff. Pardon me, guys. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, we got 10 people watching right now. If you haven't, hey, will you guys give me a thumbs up? I would really appreciate that. Would you consider collecting a genuine issue of Cracked #1? Yeah, heck yeah. Heck yeah, I would. I might actually, listen. Now you just, all right, here. I might go to eBay right quick, okay? Anyway, so this is from 1985, November 1985. And then there's like this, and they just were like really, they were asking for this cover to be defiled, right? It's like there's a poster on the inside too. Help stamp out. Oh, I misread this. I thought it said help stamp out literacy. Help stamp out illiteracy. Learn to read and write good English. Oh my goodness. A cracked poster. That's cute. Here's a it's kind of funny because it's so much like the Mad oh, here, I'm going to make this disappear. This is so much like the Mad table of contents. I guess in like one sense, it's like, well, what are you going to do? It's a table of contents. Can you really be that inventive? But yeah, I don't know. Here we have, where's my poker or my pointer? Here we go. If you guys, I don't know if you noticed, but I switched out from a flathead to a Phillips head. Paul Lamont, editor-in-chief. Eden Nora, associate editor. Mel Unger, art director. Here we have Mort Todd, the world famous Mort Todd. Yes, what's going on? Okay, Mort Todd, Michael Pawlowski, Michael White, Eden Nora, Paul Lamont, Sherry Cloth are the writers. And look at all these artists. I kind of like that they do this all up front. Did Mad didn't really do that, did they? No. John Severin, Daniel Clowes, Clowes, Mort Todd, Eric Carpenter, Tom Short, Al Scaduto, Vic Martin. I'm not going to read all these. Bill Burke, Kevin Sacco. Oh, Aaron Lakin. That's who the cover artist was. Okay. And then Sylvester P. Smythe, janitor. He is the janitor. I know some people, some ignorant people out there thought he was a painter. I don't want to name names. I don't want to put anybody out. But yeah, he was a painter. So, or no, he... I already fucked it up. They thought he was a painter. He is not. He is a janitor. And then we have like basically the vital features department. I did look up a little bit. Where was it? One of these. Oh, Aren't You Nervous, Win? This is the Daniel Clowes piece that is in this issue. So here we have the letters. Let's see how the letters stack up to Mad Magazine. You know what I want to know? If you're new here, you might not know. Well, first off, if you're new here, welcome. We peaked at 13 viewers. We're down to 11. That's okay. I'm not counting. If you're new here, you welcome. And you might not be aware, I have strong feelings about Dave Berg. I wonder, who is the Dave Berg of Cracked Magazine? That's my question. So here we go. Dear Cracked, your last issue on wrestling was the best. Nothing could top it, except the Monsters and Other Bad Guys special. Okay, that letter was no good. I got to move my keyboard so I can actually slide this up. Here we have one. Dear Cracked, I enjoy reading your magazine. My mother likes it because you don't cuss a whole bunch like other humor mags do. Who are they talking about? How distasteful. All my friends read Cracked too. And if someone misses an issue, another person will lend his or her copy to them. That's how devoted we are. I love ye hang-ups and great moments in. All this is self-congratulatory. What is this? Dear Cracked, one of my favorite features. Dear Cracked, we recently bought some old Cracks from the 1960s, and we're amazed by all the famous cartoonists. Some of them are even geniuses. Severin, Davis, Elder, Ward, Nostrand, Wolverton. You should print that. See, all they do. I don't like this letter section. I prefer letter sections that are more abusive. Is that wrong? Uncle Sylvester wants you. Enlist today in the army. of Cracked subscribers. Here's the, wait, is this the one James wanted? Miami Vice? Oh, no, he wanted Knight Rider. Oh, sorry. John Reiner. So this is kind of interesting because it's like, I'm just so used to opening up and seeing Angelo Torres or seeing Mort Drucker that it is kind of strange seeing a different caricature artist. I don't know. It's hard. Like I do like some of this stuff. Like, wait, where is it? Over here, right? Like I kind of like this guy and that little girl, but it just seems like compared to Mad, really sparse, right? Like Mad Magazine with their like opening page, that would be like packed with stuff. Like it's a beach. Why shouldn't a beach be filled with like, that seems like rife for chicken fat, right? Oh, I'm so glad. Hell yeah. Do you see you know why I picked up on that, Kyle? Because because I watch your show and you explain stuff like that. And now I'm learning. Yeah. It seems like it should be full of chicken fat. It seems like it should be, I don't know, like a condom or a bottle cap or a fish bone or like a needle or something. Give me here. Listen. No, I'm not going to do that. That would be arrogant of me. I wonder if they were expecting text. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but shouldn't they have the script if they're illustrating it? Or is it like, did they use the Marvel method for their movie parodies? Here we go. Is this Walter Brogan? Is that the signature I see? I like this. I like this a lot. This is sort of like that sort of like that sort of. This is kind of like the Jack Davis style, right? With these sort of grotesque faces, some beautiful stuff in the background. She's sort of like hidden back there. But I like this illustration a lot better. But look at this. Even this illustration, look at all that empty space. I'm kind of going back. Yeah. That's bizarre. Oops. What is the gag? When theater owners advertise other things besides the movie. The box office. A story of a woman behind bars. All over the city they sat waiting to please anyone out for a good time. The movie, our accountant said, couldn't be made. I don't know. I don't really. Oh, okay. Wait, I get it. All right. So if they're making movie posters for the thing, for the movie theater. I understand now. I put it all together. Know what this guy reminds me of? This guy is like a mix between Peter Paul Porges and Jack Davis. That's who he's a mix by. Do you see how pleased I am with myself for coming up with that? I don't know, just some of this sort of like that, like the heavy inks and shading, like, I don't know, just sort of reminds me of him. And also some of this, like some of the features, like the body proportions, the projection, what really went on in the little room at the top of the stairs, the projectionist. Hidden away in his strange little cubicle, he spun a web of incredible magic, the man who could function only in the dark. You know what I wonder is, I wonder if, like, presumably Mad Magazine paid better than Cracked, right? Is that, I can't imagine that would be very controversial to say. So they pay more, and maybe that's the reason why you get sort of like, work like this, right? I mean, if you're getting paid by the page, and it's not that great, it's like, okay, this beach only has sand. Or maybe the artist isn't that funny. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Future uses of video. Now that we have video dating services, video classrooms, and video medical facilities, it seems that VCRs are everywhere. Soon the entire world may be held together by videotape. And so here we see some of the future uses of video babysitters. Instead of paying for one person per family, the whole neighborhood can be looked into the same working sitter. Hooked into. Sorry guys, I'm really bad at reading. It's only going to get worse. What is this? Oh, video friends. That's what I have. Video friends. This VCR is especially designed for very lonely individuals who just can't seem to relate to other people. That hits too close to home. Hits way too close to home. Mad famously paid better than Cracked. All right. I guess you said Cracked is cheap. We got 12 viewers. Hit that thumbs up. Be a ding dong daddy and ring that bell. I love that line. All right, what else is going on? Video employment. Again, what I'm doing. This is just like, you know, when people pretend that things like predicted, like, right, Simpsons predicted this or that. Obviously, they aren't predicting it, right? This is like, but it is serendipitous, right? Video employment. You can go in on several different job interviews at the same time now, always looking your very best on camera. And I always think and fast forward, who's this artist? It's like they don't like post it there. Like with that Brogan guy, I had to look for it in the I had to look for his signature in one of the pieces. Here's Ken Gamble. I'm assuming, or Gimbal. Summer jobs for movie monsters. I'm a sucker for these Universal Monsters gags. Anytime. I think the cartoonist not being funny has... Wait, I think the cartoonist not being funny has anything to do with it. In the 50s, Mads, John Severin's art wasn't considered as funny as the other artists. And he's the main guy of Cracked. Do you mean to say that him not being funny doesn't have anything to do with it? I don't know. I mean, like, you'd very well be right, but I mean, it's like those little things, those like all those fun little details that make something good to look at. I mean, John Severin might include that stuff because he's also an amazing artist. So if you're just, I mean, listen, I don't think there's anything fundamentally wrong with these caricatures, but they certainly aren't like groundbreaking, right? I mean, this guy's a capable artist, but he's not a great artist. So maybe in instances like that, the humor part does play a role. Like being a not top-notch artist, but being a funny person, I think could improve your artwork. I don't know though. That is just opinion. Sweatosorub, hope I pronounced that right. Cracked wasn't available here in India, so I've not seen it before, but as a first impression, it feels like there's way too much gag explaining text. What is that? I heard the term being generous to the reader, right? That's what, yeah. That's what, well, that's another thing I learned from Kyle Bridget. Damn, I learned so much watching that dude's show. Yeah, being generous to the reader is like, you know, it's sort of like a fancy way of saying gag explaining, or at least like helping them understand the joke without telling them it explicitly. I don't know, but old bookstore. Oh yeah, Okay, now this is you guys are having conversations. I'm just going to mind my own business. Summer jobs for movie monsters. Frankenstein monster has been working all summer long as an electrician. There's a short circuit in the kit lab. It's a perfect job because when he makes a mistake and gets a shock, he loves it. He finds it arousing. Creature from the Black Lagoon tried to get a job working for Jacques Cousteau. Forget it. There's something fishy about your working papers. Oh, you know, he would say like, "Oh, forget it. There is something fishy about your working papers." Since he couldn't speak French, he ended up working as an attraction at SeaWorld. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, man, this goes to your gag explaining, right? It's like they could have been like, he tried to work for Jacques Cousteau, but instead, and it's like, okay, I get it, because you have SeaWorld right there. You have this familiar landscape, right, of the crowd of people watching. The Wolfman found the only job he could sink his teeth into as a guard dog. It may be a doghouse, but it keeps me out of the poorhouse. Like, why is they're like turning him into Droopy Dog, right? Or like that creature on the Flintstones, right? It's a living. Who is this artist? It does, like, I am actually like pretty irritated that they just don't tell me who the artists are. And I admit, I don't know, maybe I could be wrong, but I imagine as an artist, it would be irritating. As an artist and a writer, it'd be irritating to not have your name where it's supposed to be. Yeah. I don't know. If the unicorn horn was on other animals, kangaroos with babies in their pouches would find horns ideal for hanging diapers and stuff. Camels would be easier to ride along on a bumpy desert, as there'd be something to grab hold of. Okay, let's. St. Bernards would not only be able to carry flasks of whiskey, but an assortment of mixes as well. It's the same gag. It's the same gag again and again. Yeah, that is where I honed it. Oh, out on the sea, the waves are my mysterious. They rock me to sleep. I hope that was a good French accent. Enter the all-new cracked unicorn. Hold on. Okay, so this... Did they base a whole cover gag, back and front cover gag, all based on this? Okay. Win a top secret prize. All you have to do is come up with a practical or laughable use for a unicorn horn on another animal, something like the ones you've just read. They can be in any shape, form, or manner, as long as they're clever. Send in as many examples of unicorn horn gags as you can think of. Entries must be postmarked before November 1st, 1985 to be eligible. It was bound to happen. The final episode of comic strips. Now, this is stuff I like. I do like it when they ape the style and do these types of gags. What is Archie saying? Bruh. Like, are you really going to take, like, plagiarize the Archie gag from Mad, like, number 1? Like, what, or like whatever number that was. It wasn't number 1. It was later on, but yeah, that Archie is thick. He's a thick boy. Oh, look, I have one viewer on Facebook, one person on Twitch, and 10 viewers on YouTube. Thank you so much, all you guys, for tuning in. I know you can hit like on YouTube. maybe on Facebook and Twitch you can do that. But if you're watching on those other platforms, please hit like and subscribe or join the Facebook group. Starchine. I don't understand that joke. Sketchy works. Anyway, yeah, he is pretty thick. Dick Tracy, here's my badge, Chief. I put in 50 years of fine police work for this city, and I'm packing it in. Can't say that I blame you, Darcy. Dracy? Oh, it's Tick Dracy. Well, that's a funnier name. You're due for retirement. What retirement? I'm joining the syndicate. It's what I've learned about crime on this job. I'll clean up a fortune. You can keep your lousy pension. I'm going where the real money is. Hey, closer to real life than you think, right? Okay, I lost that Facebook viewer. Oh my gosh. Beetle Belly. Mary Worthless. All right, I'll read about Mary Worthless. I still don't see an artist signature. Mary, for over 50 years, you've been giving advice to all of us on how to run our lives. There. You don't have to thank me. What thank you? I want to put you in a home. We've had about all we can take about your constant meddling. So long, you old goat. An old goat. Now it's good to be a goat. You want to be a goat. I think the Mort Todd crew thought it was very funny to rip off Matt. I don't know. That's something. Yeah. And then what is this? They plagiarized Tick Dracy from Panic, Mad's sister title in the 1950s. Well, yeah, that's weird. I mean, like the starchy one is so bizarre because that's so well known. And presumably, if you're working for Cracked as like a comedy writer, you're familiar with that stuff, right? I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it's an innocent mistake, but I don't think so. These I love. I absolutely like. These are one of my favorite things. Well, this is kind of like, this is funny, but again, that was a Mad comic issue too, where it was a woman. I think I probably have it, like a facsimile of it, a simulacrum of it. But it was the same thing where it just ends up being nothing. It's just like totally, it's just spaghetti. See if you can get from the video arcade to the pizza parlor without crossing a line. Listen, when I make my zine, oh guys, I'm super into zines right now. I'm going to have a puzzle page. That's what I've decided. See if you can get from the video arcade to the pizza parlor without crossing a line. Wait, where's the video arcade? Oh, right here. Oh, here's the answer. Whoop. Just go around. Old lemon jokes. Which one is the lemon? Answer. Number 2 is the lemon. It is a used car. Number 1 is not a lemon. It is a bad drawing of an orange. That's so dumb. Whatever. I guess it's like, it's fun. I like this one. I like this a lot. Here we have, who's this guy? I know this artist, right? Somebody's got to tell me who this is. Facebook user says, oh, madcoversite.com. Oh, I'll go to that. I think this person is talking about the Mad 218. Boom. Here we go. Oh, okay. Here, I'm going to switch over. I'll just go to the can't like copy and paste with this program that I'm using. So I just got to navigate on my own. Thank you for that. Whoever posted that. Let's do. Yeah, here we go. And this is a good scan. The other one I found was garbage. But yeah, it's which I mean, this is so much. This is like done so well because it is like you can see what obviously you can see what it is, but then they even make it more obvious to see what it is by the placement of the dots. But then the numbering of the dots makes it into just visual nonsense. But yeah, this is an awesome cover. I love this one. Thank you, mysterious Facebook user. I appreciate that. You just show up as Facebook user. Maybe it is Doug Guilford. Anyway, maybe is this the one with Starchy in it too? What if they just took the ideas off from two separate ones? Oh, let's go back to the overhead. There is another Mad ripoff called Panic, but it wasn't the one made by EC. It was made later in 1958. I'm unfamiliar with that. But, you know, there are so many that I know of. So many that I know of. I lost my train of thought. That made no sense. I know that there's so many comedy magazines that I just don't know about at all. Orchek. Don Orchek was drawing Don Martin. Yeah. I think that's weird. I think that's somewhat strange. But I love this. But it is, yeah, I like this. I like all these little characters. I like all the as I read through this, though, it's like in almost all of these, it's something, every single one that I come across, it's like, it's almost great, which is, I don't know. I don't know what that says. Oh, the cracked lens. This is never funny. Well, actually, I should say this. Listen, I know I kiss Freaky's ass a lot. They did one of the few photography caption things that I found amusing. It really helped that it wasn't. It really helped that it wasn't like sports related. It was just sort of kind of silly. How come? I'm now suddenly going through this very quickly because I want to get to the Daniel Clowes stuff, but I also want to get through a few more issues because I'm already like 48 minutes in. I've been just yapping for that long. This is the artist is Cartier. Cartier did this. But this is kind of cool because there's all this like the Zipatone or whatever, like the stuff that you apply and then scrape away. Not that like duo shade. It's the where would you like transfer a texture onto whatever it is you are working on. And I really enjoy that. It's kind of an interesting, there's some like kind of cool uses of it here actually. Like this is one, I don't know that I've seen this a lot where they have the lettering casting a shadow onto it. That's pretty neat. Some of this might be some of that duo shade or duo tone type stuff, but other of it looks like the transfer on. I'm not that adept at identifying those things. Yeah, this is fun. I really like this a lot. I don't know what it is. You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. This goes back to what I was talking about with the being a funny artist, right? Is that a funny artist they'll draw things in a funny way. And that can overcome maybe like expert artistry. I don't know. This just seems like, I mean, this person isn't a bad artist, but it isn't like polished or something. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't have the right vocabulary to describe it, but he's a funny artist. Like stuff like this. I love this one right here. So the fork and knife catapult drawer, and how it's like, you know, he ducked out of the way just in time, but it pinned his shirt. Like that's pretty fun. The way he's like, his knees are knocking together. Yeah. I guess that's the difference right there. What is this? It can overcome bad writing. That is also, yeah, that's certainly true. And here is the Daniel Clowes stuff. Aren't you nervous when? So this is same writer, different artist. Man. You know what? As I look at this, I wish he would did he ever do work? Did Daniel Clowes ever do work for Mad Magazine? Maybe he'd come on the show. No, he's got better things to do. He's got checks to cash. That's what he has to do. I wonder, I kind of want to look that up. Has he ever been in Mad Magazine? So aren't you nervous when your neighbors always sleep by day? Now this is another use of, and I worry now that I'm using the term incorrectly, but that zipatone, or I did a whole video on this on duo shade and craft tint, and now I can't even keep the things in my mind right. Yeah, but anyway, I just love this guy's style. It's just really great. And then I just love that, like the use of the zipatone. I'm going to keep calling it zipatone until somebody corrects me, I guess. It's just lovely. I don't know. Like this. So your dentist needs instructions to work on you. And he's got like, he's holding it upside down, and look at, there's just like that. Oh my gosh. I love this. Right? Like there's anesthetic is, there's a little tag on that hammer that says anesthetic on it. And like there's like the framed dollar right there. And yes, it's a dentist's office, but he has the eyesight test. And so yeah, and then like just all these random tools laying around. And the diploma is from Harvard Dentistry School. Like this dude right here. Your bus driver is wearing a crash helmet. And what do we have? We have just Road Warrior, Roadhog, Born to Lose, Speed Demon, and then right up here, you can't see it because my camera sucks. It says, I read cracked. These two. Your parents start enjoying today's music. These I love. You know, look at like the stretched out skin. You know how like old people's arms get like that? Like he captured that. Like that's brilliant. Is this Doug Guilford? I suspect this is Doug Guilford, but it doesn't actually give me any information. I love this. I love this expression. You tune in the radio, and all you get is the emergency broadcast system. I love this. This is probably my favorite illustration out of all of them. Yeah. Let's zoom out a little bit. The aliens are here. Artist writer Tom Short. Oh, this is great art. I like this. Swedes fire grenades at alien sub. Stop it. Hold your fire. You're shooting at the vegan ambassador to Marine World. Like, what does that even mean? Nigeria opens borders to allow aliens to leave. And don't come back till Pia Zadora wins the Oscar. I think that's just a little too topical for me. Hud and Deanie by Vic Martin. This is just, what does this remind me of? I don't know. This sort of reminds me of like not a real cartoon. The Alien? What's the, did I miss something? Oh, the Alien art is one of my favorite cracked pages of all time. Oh, the aliens are here? This one? Aliens incite elephants. It is like, it's pretty fun design. I do look at this. How they put there's like a little sardine can stuck in there, like right where the page number is. A cracked look at 007. Are you Dr. No? No. Are you working for Spectre? No. Do not want me to punch you in the head. That's so dumb, but I like it. And here's some Severin art, right? Get your gold thumb off this scale, Goldfinger. Give me a half pound of salami. The guy just has his pistol pointed at him. From what Russia with love. Live and let die. Should I let him live or let him die? Shut up and make up your mind. Oh, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. No, this is like what was that meme after the that Suicide Squad movie came out, where it was like Will Smith had that line where he's like, "That's it, huh? We're just some sort of Suicide Squad." Like that's essentially what this gag is, right? Like just turning like taking it ultra literally. I like that. A Moonraker. Come on, Sylvester, we'll make tons of money by raking up these moon rocks. I gotta say, I love this. This is the high point of the issue. For me, personally, that's what I gotta say. Oh, Robot War. Oh, dang, I like this, but I'm all about that robot lifestyle. Are there like little yellow spots on here, or are my eyes doing something? I mean, I don't know that this is especially funny, but I certainly like it. I like looking at it. Here we have some TV word plays. Oh, yeah, these are rebuses, right? Yeah, here's the problem. It's if you're doing a rebus, maybe don't tell us what it is. 3's a crowd. It's like, come on, man. I remember when I was young, we would drink Mickey's malt liquor, and they would have them in these little, we called them grenades. Maybe that's what they were called on the package. I don't know. But you would open the cap, and there would be a rebus on it, and it would like be a saying or something. So that was always fun. Those are good times. No, they weren't good times, but that's all right. All right, you see spots too. Hud and Deanie remind me of the Tex Avery cartoon Dumbhounded. I'm unfamiliar with that. That's a phrase that I say a lot. It's like, I'm unfamiliar. I've not heard of that. Who did this art? I think I just gotta, I like how like just full of details it is though. But we got to keep going. The shut-ups. That's rude. All right. So here, what do I have next? I think I got to do another one of these. This happened last time where I was like, let's go through some cracked magazines. And I made it through like 2 issues. Anyway, we have cracked issue 243, 245, 244. Why didn't I put them in order? I don't know. But anyway, let me know which one you would like. These are your options: 243, 244, or 245. In the meantime, I'm just going to remind some people of some things. Check out flippinthrough.com. Flippinthrough.com. You can support me by going to the Patreon, to going to Etsy, get some awesome stickers. Where did those damn stickers go? Here we go. These awesome Potter ZB stickers, Potter ZB system of weights and measures. If you join the Patreon at the $5 level, you get these. I send them to you. Actually, why don't I say this? Why don't I just say at any level? How about that? Join Patreon at any level and you get some of these. Etsy, if you're like, nah, I don't want to give you that much money. I don't want to give you monthly money. Pay $5 and I will send it your way. I think they're pretty cool, but I'm biased. Anyway, so yeah, the Patreon, Etsy. You can follow me on Instagram, where I post mostly promo stuff for this video, but I also do announcements. And as I'm flipping through, I might post some pictures. Twitter and Facebook as well. Obviously, you're watching me probably on YouTube or something like YouTube. And if you're watching, one thing that's very, very helpful, and there's a reason why YouTubers are always like begging people to hit like and subscribe. But it helps. It helps the channels grow. And so, yeah, give me a thumb up on this video, hit subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and you won't miss out on awesome live streams like this one, or, oh shit, or like the one, sorry, I don't mean to swear so much, I apologize, or like the one that I'm going to be doing next week with the one and only Kit Lively. Kit Lively live March 19th, 8 Central Standard Time. I'm looking forward to it. This guy's listen, he's a lunatic. After like reading some looking at some of his cartoons that are like not mad related, I'm like, this guy is he's hilarious and he's just insane. So you'll definitely want to come to that one. It's going to be a great time. And usually towards the end, I have opened it up for questions. So if you have any questions for the guest, you can put those in the chat and I try to get to them. Anyway, speaking of the chat, do the most recent one now. I'm inferring that was the tone you had with that. What do we have? 244, 245. And look at, people are breaking the rules and they're just saying the Christmas one. That's 243, 245, 244. The Don Martin one, that's 244. I should make a website for C Comics. Yeah, do it. They're cheap. You just buy websites. That's why I do like all day. Is I just think of websites and I buy them. I suggest you do the same thing. Wait, which one? I realize now that I asked people's opinion, but I have no way of measuring unless I count. Which one won? Did 245 win? I think 245 won. That was the taking a shot at tunes. And here, this is what I'll do. Even though he yelled at me, I'll see. If we have time, I'll do that. The latest one, the one from the year 2000. Let's see. This is a Severin cover. It's kind of interesting to see some. Oh, you guys can't see. My bad. It is kind of interesting to see somebody like John Severin doing a like other styles like this, like Daffy Duck, and I mean, I don't know. I just heard something very strange in my house. Who'll name Roger Rabbit? Oh, an exclusive Nanny Dickering interview. Oh, I think I did this one during the last live stream. So, oh, that's too recent. They can't win with this guy. Yeah, Nanny Dickering. There was like some gal, right, where she I don't know. She was in I don't understand it. I'm going to be honest. I don't understand it. During that commercial break, we lost a bunch of people. We have, of course, this is the time with Don Edwing, isn't it? Or Don Martin Edwing. Or is it? Wait, I got to investigate because I don't see his name. Oh, Don Martin. Just had to read it. That's all I had to do. The writers, George Gladier, Matthew Sweeney, E.L. O'Brien. Isn't E.L. O'Brien Plastic Man? That's Plastic Man's freaking name. You can't take his name, right? That's illegal. Walter Brogan. Listen, Walt Brogan, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Walt Brogan. So I'm excited to see that. That's an artist that I didn't know that much about. I had not heard of, but yeah. She's a recurring character. She does interviews and is mostly drawn by Torchy and artist Bill Ward. All right, very good. But she wasn't okay, I'm about to ask something dumb as hell. She wasn't a real person, was she? Anyway, one morning in the biology lab. This is absolutely disgusting. Yeah, okay. Hold on. Yeah, I felt really dumb after it came out of my mouth. Yeah, she's fictional. Okay. Your turn paper on frog dissection is excellent, Denise. I must say you've developed a keen eye with that microscope. Boy. Platoons. Walt Disney Disbrogani, because it's Brogan. Walt Brogan. Yeah, that's the guy who was just saying I like his work. Oh, I love this. Look at that background. How it's like, what would you call that? Like a negative silhouette? Is that what you would call it? That looks really, really cool. I like that. I like that quite a bit. All right, so it's like, listen, like lettering is, I mean, I was going to say lettering's hard, but it ain't this hard, right? So you have, like, why do you have that much dead space? And it's hi ho, Ho Chi Minh, it's off to Nam we go. Like, geez, guys, I just ripped this cover. I hope those cracked fans don't get pissed at me. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this at all. I do know how I feel about this. I hate it. I hate that Estevez. But that's not Emilio Estevez, right? That's in Platoon. It's his father, whose last name was Estevez. I guess I get it. Yeah. Famous. Bill Roy drew good girl art, and even this is a family show, gentlemen. Good girl character. Famous borderline. That's the word of the day for this stream. Famous. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Here's another cool use of silhouette. I should send this to Who's the guy on kayfabe? Ruff, right? That's his name. I forget it. But he had this cool zine he put together where it was all silhouettes and comic books. It was called Silhouette, I believe. But yeah, it's oh god, I hate this. It's those ghastly toothpaste people. 1988, Banks. Who is Banks? I gotta go back to here now. Jeremy Banks. Never kiss the toothpaste people. Oh my gosh. Oh, here, I'm just gonna remove this cover until I can. I don't want to like rip it or anything. Never kiss the toothpaste people. Never hug the toothpaste people. Never squeeze them from the middle. They just don't like it. And neither should you. Hey, don't use my own words against me. Never force a toothpaste person back into their tube. It is dangerous, impossible, and pointless. If you should meet any Siamese twin toothpaste people, try not to make tasteless remarks. Tell me, are you both spearmint flavored? Never, never, never write your name with a toothpaste person, as it's degrading for all concerned. Oh my gosh. This is the toothpaste people. Those ghastly toothpaste people is I absolutely love that. That was perfect. Who is this? Lenny, what was that? Jeremy Banks? Jeremy Banks. I got to write that down. I want more of those ghastly toothpaste people. Freddie the Menace by Ketchup. Was this a recurring thing? And like, this is like, listen, it's brilliant, right? Am I crazy for saying that those ghastly toothpaste people is brilliant? I'm not, right? Yeah. I think my general hatred for Dennis the Menace is making me not enjoy this Dennis the Menace, Freddy Krueger thing, right? Like this, Mr. Wilson always bugged the hell out of me. I mean, also, like, here's the thing is, like, almost none of the adults were any good. I think she was, right? And all the other adults sucked as well. But Dennis wasn't all that endearing either. So it was like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like there's nobody. Bill Ray, my dude, Bill Ray. Oh, this is like, listen, if anybody has Bill Ray's ear, please let him know that the #1 Mad Magazine news review and interview channel would really love to talk with him. Bill Ray is, I love him. I'm in love with him. Anyway, where are they now? Mr. Magoop is now completely blind and legally deaf and living at the old Toon home. This is from his last public appearance on The Tonight Show in 1974. Yes, Joey, those were the good old days. Do you remember my nutty nephew Waldo? Well, I accidentally ran him over because I thought he was a highway exit. Thanks for having me on the Gypsy Rose Lee show. Virtually forgotten. I think we got to give Bill Ray his due. Oh man, I if I could reach out to Bill Ray, I would. I think Dick DiBartolo might be a little out of my league right now. We'll see, though. I guess every other success I've had on this channel has just been because I said F it and gave it a shot. So why would not, I guess? Why the heck not? Virtually forgotten and crippled by hallucinations of rabbits and drag, Elmer Fudd lives in a small Coldwater Creek flat in Brooklyn, forcibly retired in the 1960s. Elmo tries to exist on his small Social Security allotment. Oh, it's Elmo Fudd. I apologize. Bugged Bunny still does supermarket openings and an occasional TV endorsement. Shrewd real estate investments have made him rich, but he likes to keep working. It keeps me young. Now over here, Mr. Bunny, look at these illustrations. Look at this Popeye one and Woody Woodpecker there. Oh, is that Droopy Dog? This is the last known. This is the last known photo of Popeye, often confined to the old Toon sailor home. He escaped, saying, "I likes this street. All of my mates is here." Sorry, that was not a good impression. Yeah, he's a great artist. Oh, so this guy, this was, right, wouldn't they do, who is this? Mike Riccigliano? Riccigliano. He was the guy who did there was like little cops and robbers or something that was like the marginals for this magazine, right? So instead of like Sergio's drawn out dramas, it was what's the name of that? It's like Cops and Good Guys. Wait, Cops and Robbers. It's maybe a little Freudian slip. I don't know. Oh dang, you guys, we got like 10 people watching, and I got 13 thumbs up. No, it's a lot cooler than 13. 14 thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, bros. It makes a difference. I don't know how I feel about this guy's art. I think that there are artists that feel similar to him that I really enjoy. Like Paul Coker Jr. seems like kind of in the realm of this guy's art, but I love Paul Coker Jr., but I don't love this guy's art. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Spies and Sabs. That's what it is. Spies and Sabs. Comic strip oddities. I do like this. I think I literally just said it, right? Which is I like the I like when they do the comic strip gags. Mad did a few, but not enough. Old-fashioned Killer Brew root beer with that Hall of Fame taste. It's delicious. Batman once went 2 months without once removing his costume. During that time, he used up 10 gallons of industrial strength bat deodorant. Oh, it's like fun facts or something. Calvin behaved like an angel for 3 straight days. He was in a coma at the time. Who wrote this? This is, listen, I'm going to say this is Dave Berg level humor right here. All right. Now it can be told all the animals in Gary Larson's Far Side are actually humans, and all the humans are. I've had enough. Tarius the planet. Is this that same guy who did those 2 chubby people? I think so. He's off to land on planet Earth. I wonder if there's life on planet Earth. He's back. There is life on planet Earth. What's in your hand? I won first prize at a costume ball. Here we have some more Bill Ray art. if you guys don't know, Bill Ray's gotten, I mean, he's done a lot of work. He did work with like Ren and Stimpy. And then he did I mean, there's just two things I know, right? Wasn't he involved with Ren and Stimpy in some capacity? And then Monroe in Mad Magazine, which was one of my favorite parts of Mad when I was growing up. Wait a second. Didn't I just read this thing? Toontown Babylon. Like, or was I just read that, right? Where are they now? Then we have Toontown Babylon. And it's do they think like we have too much? Like we can't have 4 pages of this. We need to break it up. That is very strange. Those prehistoric tunes, Furred Finkstone and Blarney Rubbish, were part of the late 60s, 60,000 BC, that is, counterculture, and would often get stoned by their wives for staying out too late bowling. I love this. The Superman. After a successful series of tunes for the Flesher Brothers studio, Souped Up Man found himself typecast and unable to get any other roles or employment in tunes. Depressed, he attempted suicide. Naturally, the bullets bounced off him and killed 20 people in the immediate area. Hey, how come nobody's ever tried to drown Superman? Like, there's nothing about him that says he can, like, not drown, right? Right? Hollywood Babylon. Toontown Babylon is a play on the infamous Kenneth Anger books, and I thought it was excessive too, but isn't tunes the theme of that issue? Yeah, but it's like just, oh yeah, it is. It is the tunes issue. I guess it just seems strange that it's the same artist, the same gags, but just being called a different thing. Matt had a collector's edition of comic strips and parodies and satires, including some from their EC years. Mad about comic strips. I'm trying to exercise some restraint and not buy other Mad books. I think the only other Mad like collection that I want is the artist edition that IDW put out. That's about it. Otherwise, I think I just want to stick to the floppies as they were. Twits. Is this a take on twins? So there are like some things in here that are kind of strange. Like, so you have this Star Wars, but they're all cartoon characters, but it's Star Wars, but they are all cartoon characters. And then it just sort of transitions to twins. Oh, here, I'm going to get rid of that. Then it switched to this twins thing, but then it's like there's not, it just seems like a poor layout. Is that what I'm trying to say? Yes, it is. But I have to say, like, this is a lot better than that first one that I saw. I mean, everything's more filled up. There's actually gags in the background. Here we have Frankenstein wandering in. Yeah, I like that. I like this one. It's a much, much better one. One fine day at the psychiatrist's office. Come in and make yourself more comfortable, Mr. Phone Bone. Thank you, doctor. I spoke to your wife on the phone this morning, and she said a terrible accident at the mall factory has left you depressed. Is that correct? No, doctor. She said compressed. Does it seem like this Don Martin stuff has a lot more dialogue in it? I thought there was supposed to be a Daniel Clowes piece in here. That's why I picked this one. Flip action funnies. 12 in all. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like a little flip book. But wait, it's like just 2 panels. Where the hell is it? Did I like misread? Damn, they're going all out with the cartoons though. But again, that's the issue. That's why I have to keep reminding myself. Oh, here's another Banks one. What is that? Jeremy Banks? Lepidoptery is a fascinating hobby, which is why I collect butterflies. But I don't collect them very long. Gosh, this is great. I love that. I love these, like the little mountainscape behind him. It's just so beautiful. And I like his face and his all these like this rendering on stuff. This is like Jeremy Banks is the man. I like this dude. I think my source lied to me. Kind of irritated. I thought there was supposed to be the Daniel Clowes thing. What was this issue? 245, right? Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. That Sylvester you just passed was close. All right, hold on. Well, hold on. First, I got to go. I didn't read the fine print, and they said it's in the letters department. This is so like whoever. Okay, listen. This is guy. Here, I'm going to switch over to my web browser. Right here, right? This is it. This is core.ecu.edu. Somebody is using school facility, some school website to host this. This list includes all Daniel Clowes work in Cracked. So the one I read is, it's like, what was it, 245? It says, the letters page has a partial preview of DC's cover for Cracked Monster Party 6. And that partial preview is right there. Wait, right there. That tiny little thing that you cannot even see. But is this his? Is this his Clowes drawing? This is so frustrating. Oh, right here. Before the Banks, the one with the one eye. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying. That's kind of cool. I wish I would have read the fine print, though. I'm not going to lie. And then here we have, boom. I want to get one of these Cracked Painters hats. I heard that Mort Todd has some Cracked Painters hats. So, listen. No, I'm not trolling you. I'm an idiot. That's what I'm doing. This is my natural state. Okay, so I apologize. This is my authentic self. All right. This is cool. Another Bill Ray. That's a beautiful illustration right there. A cracked portrait. And then he also, I'm assuming he did all this. Oh, look it. Then he has, in the chicken fat, he has Gru down there. That's pretty cool. Are there any other references? There's like Galactus. A Smythe Galactus. Smythe Gru. That's cool. Our founder. So yeah, I guess Sylvester P. Smythe is the founder. That's the gag they're going for, which I respect. You know, what are you going to do? What time is it? Oh, it's one. Oh, I'm at this for an hour and a half. Yeah, we can do another one. I want to check though, because out of these, I do want to make sure that I actually have something. 244. Oh, 243 and 244 both have the ugly family. Now I know how Demir feels when you play that Elvis Spy game. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, except you don't know how he feels, because when he's trying to help me, you actively throw in these comments that add to my confusion. So you almost feel how he feels. All right, so this is Cracked Magazine 244, released May 1989. Display. This is interesting. It's like, I mean, it's not interesting. I mean it in like the loosest meaning of that term, is that they tell you how long to display it until, and so like newsstands would have ways of communicating, or the magazines would have ways of communicating to the newsstands, like when to pull it. And so on old comic books, you'll see, if you look at the tippy top, like in the actually on the paper itself, it might be a color. It might be blue or green or red or yellow, and that they would go by the color of that. And so when it was, I don't know exactly what the system was, then they knew when to pull it. But I don't know. It's weird that they had display until. Here we have U.S. Army Combat Medic. I have issue number 3, near mint condition. Yeah, this is. I have a very small collection of Cracked, and it's they're not in very good condition at all. They're awful. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I want to get. I think I might be. I don't know. I might want to pick up some more of these. We'll see. I got to go to eBay. If I finish this, I got to pull up eBay again. If I finish this one, maybe I'll go on eBay. Some searching. Finish the live stream with some exciting eBay searching. Finally, I'm understood. But hey, U.S. Army Combat Medic, welcome, bro. I actually have some regrets about that now. Oh. Thanks, Ed. That must be an emoji that I can't see. Get 290. Okay, hold on. Cracked 290. Okay, so this is how well respected Cracked Magazine is. It's all Joe Montana cards. Cracked Magazine 290. Oh, look at that. Power Rangers. We had a ton of them on the archive. Yeah, but I got that collector's mentality. So maybe not this level of collector's mentality, but it's rare, they say. I don't think people say things are rare on eBay. I don't think they just throw that term around willy-nilly. But anyway, we'll get into this. Yeah. Elvis hurry-ups. This is like the shut-ups? But the... no, wait, is this... Did they do a lot of these? Was that like their thing? They would always do... Did they like really get into doing theme issues? Elvis issue. I like this Don Martin cover. Did Don ever do covers on Mad Magazine? It seems like they had their it seems like they have their cover artists for Mad, and they don't kind of go outside that very often. Like even Al Jaffe only has a handful of covers. Yeah. Oh, that's unrelated to the to Damir's comment. Oh my gosh. All right, so this is Cliff Mott, art director. Sylvester P. Smythe, Taking Care of Business, that's an Elvis reference. I don't know if you know this, but Elvis did not write the song Taking Care of Business, but he was that was his catchphrase. And he had like TCB and a lightning bolt, taking care of business in a flash. And yeah, that wasn't as interesting as I thought. So here we have the Ugly Family on page 28. We'll get to that. I'll make sure that we get to that. But yeah, there is like, there is, he's putting in so much text on these. It's like, it's somewhat surprising. Sort of like when that guy took over for doing the art for Spy versus Spy, and he just filled it with like sound effects. Gentlemen, for years we felt that the American people don't accept the nuclear bombs because it's a bad image. Well, we finally changed. The problem with this is that all of this is being told. You've already seen the punchline. Like, why not just? I don't know. Why am I so presumptuous as to think that I should give Don Martin advice on how to do comedic writing? I do have a huge Mad collection. Early issues are 10, 12. Oh, wow. Yeah. About 150 magazines in total. I have to say, I'm very jealous of those comic issues. Those are going to be, like right now I'm working on like the magazine issues. And I am pretty far along. I got like 450 plus. And it's, I don't know. I got to get those comic ones, and I don't know. I'm just they're expensive, so it's going to be a bastard. But that's awesome, dude. Like, yeah, I'm very jealous of that. Tom Smith, hello and welcome, man. Good to see you. It is. It's a great Elvis issue, as Demir has noticed. That female Elvis impersonator is kind of thick. He did Mad 68, 165, 219, 229. All right, so 4 covers. I'd probably recognize them when I saw them then. I assume that I would be able to recognize those. Dude, we've had one person watching on Twitch. I don't know who that is, but I appreciate you. Whoever's watching on Twitch, I appreciate you a great deal. So this is one of those Nanny Dickering interviews. Yes. Rich Kegel. And I'm just realizing I read it wrong. It's Kriegel, Rich Kriegel, and John Severin. How old is John Severin at this point? Mr. Presley, Elvis, this is Nan Dickering from Cracked. I'd like to interview you in person. Oh, let's jump ahead. Cheapers, I don't know what to call you. Your Majesty will be okay. Thanks for granting me this interview, Your Majesty. I never asked anyone this before. Are you dead? Did you ever see a dead man eat a peanut butter and banana sandwich? Oh, poor Elvis. What if Elvis's daughter read this? Did you ever think of that? John Severin? Anyway. Forgive me. I'm not going to read all of this. I apologize. Severin is dead. I think Rich Creel might be a fake name for Lou Silverstone. He was ghostwriting at Cracked at the time. All right. That'd be interesting to know. Was he like trying to? Why was he using a gnome de plume? I was actually read Cracked magazine. He preferred it to Mad. That says a lot. That says a lot about Elvis. Sorry, I'm an hour and 40 minutes into this, and I'm getting pretty silly. Elvis, what's hot and what's not? These are always good. I love this. It reminds me of the Godfrey Report in Mad Magazine Fundolini pages. The Godfrey Report was brilliant and I think overlooked by 90% of readers. Hot, 50s Elvis. Not hot, 70s Elvis. Hot, seeing Elvis alive in the 80s. I seen him. Not hot, hearing Elvis in the 80s. I guess I don't really understand that joke. Hot. How much money Elvis made while he was alive. I gotta have 18 gold-plated Cadillacs, Sonny. Redecorate the white room again. I need my own jumbo jet. I need more guns. Is he like a gun nut? I didn't know that about him. Not hot. How much money Elvis made dead. Probably pretty hot for his family. There's actually a photo of Elvis reading. Oh, there's a copy of Mad. Yeah. It's probably before Lou defected to Crack. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. That makes sense now. You're working for the competition. You probably don't want your boss, to know. There were phone numbers you could call in the 80s to talk to Elvis. That's so bizarre. That's bizarre. Elvis having guns isn't bizarre. He was a U.S. Marshal, you know. It reminds me of who was the other dude? The karate guy. Steven Seagal, right? He's like, he pretends to be a sheriff in like Louisiana or something. Gross. Now this is like, I have a question about this, right? So here we have Rich Kriegel. But like the whole premise of Rose, not the whole premise, but like Roseanne didn't shy away from the fact that she was like, I'm a larger lady. I'm like a slob. Like that was part of her humor. So it almost like it kind of doesn't work to make that joke about her. I don't know. But here we have this Walter James Brogan, who Walter James Brogan is becoming like an artist that I really enjoy. I really like his style. Like some of this stuff, like all these faces, these little kind of grotesque elderly faces are lovely. I'll tell you what though, like these kids' faces are grotesque, but not in a good way. But yeah, I like this guy. I like him a lot, in fact. And there's some cool use of craft tint for this shading. Yeah, that's craft tint. Oh, a ton of it used here. And it's used pretty well, right? And like, but that was the whole point of it. It's like, well, I'm not going to do the shading on this house by hand. I can just sort of like paint on the developer onto the board and boom. Yeah. The drawer for Cracked later issues is on Facebook. Name is Walter Brogan. He's currently in the works of starting a new comic book. A drawer for Cracked later issues is on Facebook. I don't understand that. Name is Walter Brogan. Okay. He's currently in the worst. All right. Hey, send me, if you want, U.S. Army Combat Medic. This is what I'll say real quick. I'm going to do another quick plug. If you go to flippinthrough.com and you click Facebook, that will bring you to the group, the Flippin' Through group. And you, oh, look, the video is happening right now. Anyway, you can share that, post that, what you're talking about with Walter Brogan. That's related to the channel. So you can feel free to post that there. Join the group if you want. But yeah, I'm interested in what that is that you're describing. Yeah. All right. He means he's an artist, LOL. Oh, a drawer. Tom Smith, big brain. Oh my God. All right. Okay. Well, regardless, whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. Brogan's work is so ugly that it appeals. As a kid reading Cracked, that's what I was reading. Subversive grossness. I don't like, I guess, I don't know, like my exposure to him is kind of small, but it doesn't like, okay, so some of these panels feel a little gross. But like a lot of it, what I've seen doesn't feel super gross. I don't know. But yeah, I like him a lot. Yeah, I like this guy. I'm going to look him up. Did he only work for Cracked? I would know if he worked for Mad, right? Like, obviously, I would have heard about him with the amount of just like Mad issues that I've read. Yeah. 8 Elvis paper doll pages. You know, like, now I could be, I don't think that they actually intended anybody to cut these out, but I do sort of like the way in other issues they are like, they kind of dare you to deface the magazine. I think that that's pretty cool. Like with the unicorn horn, or like the poster on the inside that you rip the cover off of. I don't know. I think that's, I like that. The puzzle pages, I think those are pretty cool. La Bamba. Here we have, again, this is like such a better parody than that Miami Vice one. That Miami Vice one was just like, it was barren. There was like nothing going on. But it's like here, this is just like a million times better. The beautiful, I do enjoy too that, and is this come down from the top, but there seems to be a lot of self-references, like with Cracked magazines. And I guess like with Mad Magazine, you have the inside jokes of like the Zeppelin or the bird, or, you know, whatever it is, the Poyet, Potter ZB, Max Korn, right? You can fit all those things in the background. But I do like that it's just Cracked magazine, or I read Cracked magazine, or something else. Elvis, aka the dude who died on the toilet from drugs, but still. I heard that was like an urban legend. Am I wrong? But yeah, like I remember hearing about that. Like, yeah, he died on the toilet. Or maybe I'm thinking of Mama Cass, how people are like, she choked on a sandwich. And it was like, just sort of like kind of this like really dickish assumption, like, because she was like a bigger lady, and they're like, yeah, she fucking choked on a ham sandwich, that bitch. His doctor gave him the drugs, just like Michael Jackson and others. He had a heart attack on the toilet. Oh, geez. Yeah. Okay. So maybe I'm thinking of Mama Cass, where people sort of like started this cruel rumor. Um, there is this thing. So the contrast, right? Um, Friend of the show. Uh, wait, what? No, you're getting it mixed up with uh, uh, Federico Houdini. Harold Houdini. He got punched in the tummy. Well, eating it. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So there was a sandwich involved. People were like, she choked on it. She was just so ravenous. She choked on it. Because that was the rumor that spread, at least in my elementary school. But anyway, so friend of the show, Kyle Bridget, I was talking to him on his live stream about contrast and how contrast, your eye is lazy, so your eye goes to the high contrast areas. But what's strange is, like, I understand that visually this is a nighttime scene, but at like all of the relevant parts are dark, and like the street is what's white. So I'm like, I find it distracting. I find this panel distracting. And that's about, well, and also like here, right? It's like the guy who should be the focal point is in the shadow. And then there's this guy, right? Looking like that dude who dressed up as the chef for Mad Magazine for those photo shoots. I forget his name. He would also be in the Straight Jacket. Like, why is he the guy playing the bass? Why is my eye being drawn to him? Yeah, they made that part up. Here we go. Tonight only. Cracked. Form and Function presents Elvis Impersonator Gear. This feels a little bit more like a Mad feature. Am I crazy for thinking that? The oft-supported Elvis hairstyle resembles a horse's rear end, and that's what the most impersonators become when they try to ride the king. What? Oh, I get. Okay, all right. Visually, this is really hard to read, and this does not really look what they what they think it looks like. So it's the silhouette of his hairstyle and then a cartoon in it. Those sequins surrounding Elvis's costume resemble so many capsules and pills. If you really want to resemble the king, surround yourself with these little things. Notice that these shades look a lot like twin TV screens. And consider that Elvis used to like to shoot TVs. Die-hard impersonators might think twice before wearing them. He shot a television? Yes, Casey Ori. Yeah, the tomato sauce one. That's exactly the one I was thinking of. Oh, okay. Lenny Brenner. And that's the guy. I think the Mad feature look was generally what Cracked was going for. And they achieved it with varying degrees of success. Oh, here's my dude Banks, Mr. Big Nose. So wait, Kyle Bridget, I have a question. Do you think you were subconsciously inspired by Jeremy Banks' artwork? The nostril zone? Little cozy nostril? I'll wait for an answer. I'm not going to wait for an answer. Hello, I'm the invisible Mr. Big Nose. Hello, I am the invisible Mr. Big Nose. Hello, I am the invisible Mr. Big Nose. Hello, I am the invisible Mr. Big Nose. but I'm only invisible from one angle. I think this guy is a genius. I drew little cozy nostril when I was 8 or 9. Bro, that would be such a cute story, wouldn't it? If you were inspired by this guy. But he's one of my favorite artists from Cracked. Yeah, I'm just discovering him right now. And I feel like yeah, those toothpaste, ghastly toothpaste people, I want more of that. The Elvis Presley story. Drawed by Ray, inked by Severin. Hold on. Well, I guess that explains why this doesn't really look like Bill Ray work, right? It was inked by Severin. That's so strange that like somebody with such a different style would ink like. I don't know, man. That's bizarre. That's weird. Like you see it in comics, right? Like where obviously there's pencils and inkers and stuff, but like Jim Lee has, I forget who inks his stuff, but he has a guy, right? And they're like buddies. It's the only guy who inks his stuff because it's somebody who knows how to ink it. I don't know. I dig it. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't look like Bill Ray's stuff to me. But maybe it's because I don't know. I guess I don't not like it. It's just surprising to me that it was not inked by him. This is very Bill Ray. That's like recognizable for him. But yeah. I like this so much better than the strip he did in Mad that can't think of the name. His work in Cracked is something I was a big fan of. Monroe is the name of the strip. And I love that. That's one of my favorite Mad features. But yeah, the stuff that he's doing here at Cracked is undeniable, I think. Wait, art. Bill Ray and Severin. Is that Bill Ray? Maybe. I don't know. And here we have the Ugly Family. Daniel Clowes. Written and drawn by Stosh Gillespie. All right, so he was using a gnome de plume. He was using a gnome de plume. Yeah, I don't like Monroe much. There's definitely families that Cracked and Marvels. What the comic book? Wait, I missed something. I was going to click on this one. It looks like older Bill Ray before he just imitated Kurtzman at Mad. I mean, when you look at earlier Kurtzman stuff or earlier Ray stuff, it's like you can see it, right? I don't know. Maybe Kurtzman was an influence on him, but I don't know that it would be, like just pure imitation. I would disagree with that. Ray's work in Cracked is more technically impressive. Well, that is the stuff that I don't know anything about. It's the technicality, stuff. Monroe's too gross out for me. Yeah, we've had that conversation before, but I like that gross out humor. We're at 12 viewers. If you are viewing this, please take the time, hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe if you would like to. I'm trying to make it to 300 viewers. And my viewership has been pretty good on this live stream. I have to say, thank you guys so much for the support of sticking around and watching. I really do appreciate it. Is this like, I love this artwork. And I sort of want to just see what I can collect of the Daniel Clowes cracked stuff. But now also I'm sort of thinking of Bill Ray, like try to collect more cracked stuff for the sake of Bill Ray. Because, yeah, it's great, man. It's like some of the artwork in cracked is just like, I don't know. I just don't like it, you know? But it's, this stuff's good. Like these, like this guy that does spies and sabs. I'm just not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of that style. Or like this, Henry Boltinoff or Boltonhoff. Not that big of a fan of this either. It just feels like, know what it feels like? It seems like something that would be in like, what is that military newspaper? Yeah, just like some random cartoon strip that would be in something with like extremely low circulation numbers, like Stars and Stripes magazine or something. That's what this reminds me of, is that kind of level. Times I never thought of it that way, but that's a good observation. He really was drawing on Kurtzman with Monroe. It grows on you. Oh, you're talking about the Monroe stuff. Monroe growing on you. You need to collect all the Mort Todd edited of Cracked. All right. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. Looks like Beetle Bailey. Yeah, it does look like Beetle Bailey, but it looks like Bargain Basement Beetle Bailey. How's that for alliteration? Yes, Demir, I agree 100% with this. It was either too plain, sparse, or sloppy to me. Well, it was either that, or it was like this really brilliant, beautiful stuff. Like this is bland. And I think it's just like everything about it's just flat. It's just not that interesting. But yeah, man, it's either that or it's this stuff that's like brilliant, like Jeremy Banks, like Daniel Clowes, Bill Ray. And then who's the other guy? Bogan, my new favorite dude. Like, where is he? Where's some of his stuff? I forgot. You guys saw it already. Yeah. So it's like, it does seem either or, where it's like mad. It's just like more consistent. Oh, dang. Mort Todd is here. Mort Todd. Boltinoff had been a cartoonist since the 40s and did a lot of filler for DC Comics, like Super Turtle. Mort Todd. Mort Todd stopped by before. Mort, you had a lot to say about this hat last time. Yeah, I never forgot about that. And I also said I wanted to get in contact with you because I do have a lot of questions. I've just been admiring the work of Bill Ray, just kissing his ass like crazy, and Daniel Clowes. He's cracked Aragones. I feel the same towards both of them. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe if I grew up with Mike Ricigliano, I would feel the same way about him that I feel about Aragones. But I grew up with Aragones, and so it's not even like I don't know. The style is just, I don't know. I just don't like it. I'm not like, I can't really be critical of it. It's just, I don't like it. Yeah. It's one of the letters page, Baby Buell and the Gargoyles. And we did the Bam Played Crack's 30th anniversary party. I think I have an issue where they're talking about where there was like there were photos from some party. I don't know. Oh, my good friend Charles was in the band and wrote a lot for Cracked and sadly passed away last fall. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. That's sad. That's cool that, like, I mean, like, got to be in Cracked, got to write in Cracked, got to be in a band that had Nanny Dickering in it. Most people prefer the Mad and Cracked they grew up with, if just for the references. Yeah, it's like that old thing with Saturday Night Live, right? Saturday Night Live, in fact, has never been funny. But everybody's favorite, everybody says that the funny part was when they were like in middle school, right? That's when that's when Saturday Night Live was the funniest. But it's never really been funny. I don't know, maybe that Eddie Murphy stuff, Mr. Robertson's Neighborhood, that was funny. Yeah. Art by John Severin. Dude, this is something that I wouldn't, this does not seem like John Severin art, right? Like, this is not the type of thing I'm used to, right? Like rockers from the 1980s. So the dead rock star compared to the live rock star. As public service for this dead rock star issue of Cracked, we present this convenient guide to aid our readers with the often tricky problem of telling a living rock star from one that is deceased. Who wrote this? Charles L. Hall. So you'll notice that both have matted, tangled hair, ears that are caked with dirt, pallid, pasty complexion, almost gray, dark circles around eyes. Those are dark circles, and that's makeup. Lips pulled back in gruesome sneer. Arms and chest hair. Wait, chest. Arms and chest are just flesh and bones. Where's dirty clothing that's ripped? Gruesome blotches on arms. Mold for the dead one tattoos. Where's a burial crucifix? Sells more albums, sells less albums. I think they mean fewer. Brogan. Oh, Mort Todd. Oh, that's Paige. Is Charles Hall your buddy that was in that band? I want to know about Brogan. Walter Brogan. Because Walter Brogan, Mort Todd, is somebody that I've never heard of before this. And if you're shocked by that, please pick your jaw up off the floor, because I am pretty ignorant. So you'll have to forgive me. But I absolutely love his style. And I compared it. This is how I view it. And nobody has argued against this, so it must be pretty accurate. I view Walter Brogan as a combination of Jack Davis and Peter Paul Porges. Discuss, everybody. What is this alien thing? Ailing Nation. This is just like another one of those movies that I missed. Perhaps this is like, wait a second. No, maybe I do know. Maybe I do know about this. Because, yeah, they would have all these bald-headed aliens with the splotches on their head. I thought that was like a television show. I don't know. I'm having trouble remembering. Artist John Severin, George Glatter, writer. Walter Brogan is a psycho. And drew for other humor mags before Cracked. So he's still alive. That's wonderful to hear. Because yeah, I really like his style. I'm really enjoying looking at these issues. He was and is a psycho. I'm verleckament. Verklek. Verklempt. Verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves. See, but that wasn't that funny. That whole thing wasn't that funny, but they kept doing it. It was funny like one time. Or like sprockets, right? Where it's like a German dance thing. Brogan worked for Crazy Trash, Parody, and Wacko before Cracked. Then he's exclusive from 85 to 2001 or so. All right. See, this is the John Severin stuff I'm used to, right? This is the stuff that makes sense to me, not that the rotting corpse stuff. Yeah, we were talking earlier. It was Demir and Little Cozy Nostril. We're talking about Severin's reputation, right? Like, is he a funny artist? And Kurtzman thinking, nah, not that funny. And how he sort of got pigeonholed. And it's like, I guess like there are parts of this that are funny, but it's like sometimes like you're working in service to the writer, right? Maybe that's part of it, but I think like this is a beautiful illustration, and it's humorous, but it's maybe not humorous in the way that like something that's more in your face is. I don't know. I'm going to think about that, guys. I'm going to think about, is he funny as an artist? A day in the life of Elvis is Elvis's greatest fan. At 6:21, the exact time Elvis was said to be born, Elvisa arises every morning. That's pretty early. She feeds her various pets. Oh, Priscilla. Good morning, Priscilla. One of whom, Hound Dog, lives in an exact replica of Graceland, Elvis's home. She then makes breakfast for her husband and herself. Here come the bacon and the eggs, Colonel. Not Elvis's manager. I'm your husband, Ralph. Oh, I'm your husband, Ralph. Oh, gosh. This is one where it's like the artist is funny, and the artist is a funny writer, right? So it's like so much of the humor is coming through not just in the written part, but in the art as well. And this artist I like, Rob Orzakowski. She then takes her daily guitar lessons, one day hoping to tour the country as America's best female Elvis impersonator. After dinner, Elvisa settles down with her VCR and a good movie. We should watch GI Blues. Should we watch GI Blues or this bootleg tape of Elvis's E.T.? After several videos later, it is off to bed, where Elvisa is constantly having Elvis dreams. That would be hard to be Ralph in that situation. Severin was funny because he played it straight. It was also Sev's idea to do a humor mag that Kurtzman turned into Matt. Yeah, I guess that idea of playing it straight is like I think that's sort of what I'm thinking of, is like that is in service of the humor writing, right? And, you know, it's it makes for the whole thing to be funny in itself. This is part of a side conversation. He's a bit of a straight man as a humorist. Yeah. Partially why Kurtzman had beef with Severin was because Severin wouldn't draw with pen or adhere slavishly to Kurtzman's meticulous layouts. Was he like Bill Ward? Oh, Bill Ward right there. John Severin's one of those artists where you have to have a funny script to justify his humorous art. We got some Bill Ward fans. You guys get excited about Bill Ward the way I get excited about Bill Ray. Now I know how I came across. Weird and creepy. So this is Nanny Dickering. Who is she interviewing? Oh, Lennon. That's sweet. Yeah, I guess I understand some of his other work you guys were talking about. Is this the guy you were talking about who had was doing some other type of artwork? I got Bill Ward back to Cracked after he had been gone for years, like Don Martin. Ward was, whoa, a legally blind cartoonist. Whoa. I didn't know Martin was legally blind. Now, this is what I'm interested. Two things, actually, I'm interested in. I'm interested in two things, Mort Todd. Hey, I heard a rumor you have some of these painter's caps. Is this true? Now, the other thing. Wait, where was it? She's interviewing you. I assume you've heard of her. You can never be sure with me. You can never know with me. But anyway, hold on. All right, hold on. This chat's moving too fast. I have a few caps left. More Todd, I want to. I want to buy one off you if you would allow me to. And I'm gonna listen. I don't know how to get a hold of you, but if you go to here, I'm gonna do a plug right now. Flippinthrough.com. I have a Facebook group. And if you go to that, like, you don't have to join it. I'd love it if you would, but you don't have to join it. But that's where I am. And then I could talk to you or like message you or something. Because I am curious, I'm interested in getting one of those. Message me here. How do I message you here? On YouTube? Can you send DMs on YouTube? Listen, I know I look young, but I'm an idiot. And here's the thing. This is perhaps you would have not inside knowledge on this, but knowledge about this, which I reported on the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. Norma Martin versus EC Publications DC and Warner Communications. This was just filed 2 days ago. And it's a she's reissuing her lawsuit. She's having a re-release of her lawsuit against this company, saying, hey, give me that Don Martin money, MFers. You guys were jerking us around while he was alive, so how about you make it right? That's, I think, the gist of this legal brief, but I don't know. I'm looking for a lawyer who can explain this to me, because my reading comprehension is not that good. Oh, awesome. Cool. So I'll message you. Two corneal transplants. How do you guys know all this stuff? How do you, like, my God, that's insane. All right, guys, listen up. It's going on 2 hours and 19 minutes. I'm all tuckered out. I'm going to go eat some popcorn, play some Minecraft, then go to bed. But I really appreciate, we were staying above 10 viewers for most of this, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate a whole heck of a lot. If you haven't already, please hit thumbs up on the video. Please hit subscribe. please share this video out. I really appreciate it. Helps the channel grow, and I want to make this channel big. I want this channel to keep growing. But oh gosh, I'm getting an unstable internet connection. Hopefully I didn't just like go down. But anyway, if you want to support my channel, I would really appreciate it. And you want to support me in a different way, go down to the link below or flippinthrough.com and check out my Patreon. All right. Or check out my Etsy, and you can get either way. If you go to the Patreon or the Etsy, you can get these beautiful stickers. They're very nice, very high quality. And these two, they were, I had the assistance of mad cartoonist, freaky contributor, Dalton Vaughn to create these. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you next week when I interview live Kit Lively. Toodaloo.